Hey everyone, I'm Miss Mark and welcome back to another video. In this video I'm going to be inking and painting some sketches in my Strathmore sketchbook, and I'm going to be talking about comfort zones and what they are, how you lose them, and how you find them again. So basically, a comfort zone are the things that you sit down to draw when you're just kind of mindlessly doodling, and it's what you always gravitate towards. It's things that come naturally to you. Now, we're always told as artists to sort of try and push the boundaries and get out of our comfort zones, and that's honestly very good advice. But one thing I've been feeling lately is that like anything that is in my comfort zone is like contraband. Like I shouldn't draw anything that's super easy for me to draw because it means I'm not being creative, or I'm not being I'm not challenging myself enough, or I'm just, I'm taking the easy way out. And so I don't know if it shows on my social media, but I've really been feeling like if I don't challenge myself in the drawing in a big way, it's not a good drawing. Like, it's not that the drawing itself is bad, but it's sort of like I just look at myself disapprovingly, like a disapproving aunt with this, raised eyebrow. I don't know. I just kind of, it's like I know I can do better, and so I'm just disappointed in anything that's not hard for me to draw. But, so I've been dealing with feelings of just, am I really creative? Am I very original? And blah, blah, blah. And so recently, I was playing Fire Emblem Conquest, and I've always loved the way the characters are designed in Fire Emblem, all of the games. It has its own unique style. It's kind of Japanese manga-y, but something unique about it, and I really wanted to draw some characters that were Fire Emblem-y. And as I was sitting down to do it, I really felt like, okay, am I allowed to do this? It's not very creative. I'm copying, another franchise's style, and this is my comfort zone. It's not very brilliant or creative. And what I kind of thought was, I would like to figure out Fire Emblem style art, and I would like to figure out what makes their designs work. And the only way you can learn that is by drawing it. So I did this this page of sketches with that intent. It was basically just embracing my comfort zone again. What was funny was I just kind of thought I want to draw some fantasy characters that kind of look a little bit like someone you might see in Fire Emblem. That was my only thought. But what was amazing was how refreshing it was, because I allowed myself to do all my favorite things. I have the characters with long hair. I have a character with the scar. I have capes. I have, I used my favorite colors. You'll see later on. Like this page, I would call this page self-indulgent. And I didn't realize how much I really needed a sketch page like that. Like I really like drawing, and I like my art style most of the time. But this was basically a no pressure page. This was just go with it. If you feel like he needs long hair, even though it's a little bit cheesy, give him long hair. If you just everything, even with like technical choices, just like how I inked the characters was like, I just like thick to thin lines. Everything's gonna have thick outline and thin little details. So yeah, the whole page was very, very much my comfort zone. And at the end, what was funny, what I didn't expect, I hadn't planned on, was I felt so much more energized and ready to tackle new things outside of my comfort zone. Like doing this whole page, the first thing I wanted to do was draw these characters again, but with photo references and put them in settings and actually sit down and write more of their story, and just all the things I don't normally want to do, I felt ready to do after doing an entire page of comfort drawings. I'm not saying that you should stay in your comfort zone and never branch out, but it's just that I always thought of like comfort drawings as cheating somehow, or like weak. You have to retreat back into your comfort zone. But it ended up being like a different kind of retreat. Not the kind of retreat like on a battlefield, but sort of like a retreat where you go you go up into the mountains, or, you know, you go stay someplace to just sort of reconnect with who you are. And this page was kind of like a retreat, like, what do I like about art? What made me like art in the first place? And what do I like about, you know, my favorite artists now? And it was sort of just a page of checking in with myself and what I like, what I still like, and, you know, what I've learned to like over the years and what I don't like anymore. So, yeah, this page, in a way, I was allowing myself to just draw the same old, and I was kind of surprised to find how that made me feel, and how happy it made me feel that I still love so many of the same things, and I can draw the same things, but better. So yeah, if you're feeling like your art hasn't moved anywhere, a lot of times people will post the like before and after type of pictures, like this is my art 10 years ago or 5 years ago or whatever. But I kind of recommend just, like, when was the last time you asked yourself, what do you like about art? And you turned off the critical part of your brain and just saw what happened. And I don't know how you can plan that. I mean, it's hard to turn off the critical part of your brain, but if you just say, we're taking an inventory of likes and dislikes and what has changed. I highly recommend it, and I almost want to make this like a monthly thing. Like, just once a month, I give myself a no judgment page and I just draw my favorite things ever, just to see how they change over time. So, yeah, I definitely recommend this exercise of self-indulging art. And just seeing, you know, where is your comfort zone, and reconnecting with, you know, all the things that make art meaningful to you. So, as far as materials, in case you're interested, I was using my Russian White Night paints on this sketchbook. This is the Strathmore Mixed Media sketchbook, and that was kind of cool because, first of all, I really like these paints, but also I was trying to imitate sort of a more manga coloring style, and so I was using like basically a watercolor version of cell shading, which is a style that I've been really intrigued by, where it's like cell shading, but because it's watercolors, it's not totally flat shapes or flat colors, you know? So it's got a texture to it, and it's got little imperfections. And so that was the other thing I was sort of doing with this page, was like, how do I incorporate my favorite art style, like manga, with my current favorite art medium, which is watercolors. And it was cool. I learned a little bit, even though this was supposed to be a comfort zone drawing. I definitely learned, and but I think I learned a lot mainly because I just took the pressure off myself and allowed myself to experiment and branch out. So yeah, these drawings actually ended up coming out really well. And they're not my best paintings, obviously, but they came out well, and I just had a really good time drawing it. And I'm a firm believer in, if you as the artist enjoy the process of making the art, then it shows, even if it's not the best. If there's I don't know if it's energy or vibes or auras or what, but I feel like I can always tell when an artist enjoyed making an art piece. So hopefully when you guys look at these completed little doodles, you can tell how much fun I had creating them. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't know. I just feel like lately, it feels like every time I do really well as an artist, like my audience grows or something, I feel like I'm no longer allowed to just have fun as an artist, and it's really hard to recapture the feeling of just enjoy it and just draw what comes into your head. So yeah, this sketch page wasn't meant to be that big, but that's what it ended up doing. It gave me permission to have fun with art again. So anyway, hope you guys liked it. Hope you guys also can recover joy in art if it's missing in your life, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!